Today we have 14 ships and 14 aircraft over those sites, flat out trying to enhance that lead and to deliver up something more tangible. But again, of course, as you've heard me say in the past, this is an Herculean task. It's over a very, very wide area. The water is extremely deep. This is day 32. I want to confirm that we have at least several days of intense action ahead of us. The weather out there today is reasonable, and so you can be assured that we are throwing everything at this difficult, complex task in at least these next several days, whilst we believe the two pingers involved are still active. So without more, I'll take further questions unless, Angus, you want to say anything? No. All right, questions? We don't. And that is probably one of the minor considerations at the moment. We are totally focused on assisting our Malaysian friends in identifying the location of this aircraft and bringing some closure to the loved ones of the passengers and crew on board this aircraft. Yesterday's report from Angus Houston is the most recent report we have. It's a positive contact. We're out there again today seeking to enhance that contact.
Has the blue thing taken one? Has it been?
That's what we're using, isn't it?
The towed locator pinger work continues. There have been no further contacts with any transmission. And we need to continue that for several days, right up to when the point at which there's absolutely no doubt that the pinger batteries will have expired. So it'll be several days more. Now, until we stop the pinger search, we will not deploy the submersible. Is that clear? We will not deploy it unless we get another transmission, in which case we'll probably have a better idea of what's down there, and we'll go down there and have a look.
If you get the microphone, if you don't get the further transmission, then you still decide to bring forward from the group back into the ocean source.
Just can we have behind the microphone?
If you can just stand
just behind the microphone.
Yeah. The issue is that if we can get more more transmissions, we can get a better fix on the ocean floor, which will enable a much more narrowly focused visual search for wreckage. That's the issue. If we go down there now and do the visual search, it will take many, many, many days because it's very slow, very painstaking work to scour the ocean floor. So, and of course the depths are very, very deep, and it's very challenging.
According to the report, the signal detected about ocean share, the frequency approximately 43.
Yeah.
That's different from
The advice from the manufacturer is that 33 kilohertz is, or 33.2 kilohertz is quite credible. The Air France locator battery from 5 years ago was 34 kilohertz. So what happens, there's a change with the pressure on the ocean floor, and the age of the particular batteries, the capacitance can change, and you get changes in the transmission level.
Current worst case scenario, if the signal has died, the batteries have died, what sort of area does the submersible then have to do? What sort of scope?
I haven't got the detail on that, but it is a large area for a small submersible that has a very narrow field of search. And of course, it's literally crawling along the bottom of the ocean. So it's going to take a long, long time. That's why it's so important to try and get another transmission. And we need to continue until there's absolutely no chance that the devices are still transmitting.
JACC as a wireless able to help out out right at the moment? Is it in that specific area with visuals?
I have no information on the TILUS.
Can you indicate is the area of search now switched to directly related to those indicators, i.e. are you looking at where the ocean drift may have taken floating as a result of those things?
We've deployed more than 20 sonar buoys, data buoys that indicate the flow of the water. We have a good understanding of where the debris, if there is debris, will have gone to. We are currently very actively and aggressively pursuing where we think that debris field might be, so as to give us further information to recalculate back where the point of entry might have been. Now, 133 missions have been completed so far. They go on with the same intensity that we have carried through to this point in time. And the debris search is obviously vital to us, adding another important piece to this jigsaw puzzle. Well, we don't know what the other possibilities are. This is the most positive lead, and rest assured we are pursuing it very vigorously. Well, I think speculation's not helpful. Going back, as Angus Houston has said, the Air France tragedy had a drop in frequency. We think we may have observed something like that, but as I say, let's not speculate. This is the most positive lead we've had, and as I say, we are pursuing it aggressively.
But dealing with facts, though, are there any other possibilities that you know of that is there anything else that...
Well, look, this is an area of science. We've been doing calculations from the Inmarsat that have never been done before. So that's why I'm not keen to speculate on what might be causing that. But this is, as I say, the most positive, definitive lead we've had, and we are pursuing it.
What kind of cooperation are you seeing from other countries, especially from China? We have seen some reports that they may be doing their own investigations. So could you throw some light on that?
Well, let me assure you that the cooperation across all of the nations involved has been absolutely first class, and I want to pause to compliment them on the professional way they have gone about the business. Now, we've got, as I say, 14 ships on the surface, of which 7 I think today are Chinese. We've got 14 aircraft above, and we have several helicopters in the air. Now, one of our wedge tails is carrying out deconfliction duties to make sure that everything is safe, approximately 2,000 kilometres off the coast of Western Australia. It's a magnificent task, carried out in a spirit of cooperation, which I'm extraordinarily pleased and proud of, and I want to pause to say thank you to all of the countries involved here for the good work they've done, but that work goes on, as I say, aggressively and enthusiastically, given the lead we have had in the last 24 hours.
Are the resources being moved away from where the Haichuan 01 detected some signals back over to where the ocean shield is?
You want to take that?
One of there's a lot of interest in the water conditions. As we discussed yesterday, funny things happen to transmissions in water. Some of the false leads that we've had have been actually transmissions from the ship that was actually searching, and it got its own transmissions back again. So funny things happen in that environment, and you can't assume things. So in terms of the search, we think the Ocean Shield transmission is probably the most promising one, and we continue to prosecute that to find out exactly what we're dealing with. we need another transmission to better refine the area, and then we need to go down, have a look, and find confirming evidence that that's where the aircraft is. And I can't stress that enough. Now, in terms of the environment, we can't have too many ships in the area, because when you're dealing with these transmissions, you need utter silence. It becomes a very noisy environment if you suddenly have several ships around there or aircraft dropping things in the water. We just need to let Ocean Shield continue its work with the towed pinger to try and find another transmission from whatever is down there.
You said yesterday that you actually heard transmissions that were picked up, and what time separation were they? Were they second
They sounded like as I said yesterday, an emergency locator beacon. So that's part of the evidence. That's why we are so excited about it. We're very hopeful that we will find further evidence which will confirm that the aircraft is in that location.
I don't want to give out false hope to the families, but we have these instances when we are trading in honesty. Gut feelings. To what extent do you believe that this is what we're doing? Maybe even a percentage. We're not holding you to a definitive answer. Just gut feeling.
We are looking for wreckage, and there's still a long way to go. And I think without wreckage, we can't confirm that this is where the aircraft is, because we haven't been able to hold the transmissions constantly. So there's still a little bit of doubt there. But I am a lot more optimistic than I was 1 week ago.
What sort of timetable are we looking at for the
Well, I think there's several days, probably several days more, where we will tow the pinger locator around to try and get another transmission. This is day 32. The battery life expires on the device at 30 days, but experience with the kit from around the world is that they usually last longer than the 30 days. So we might proceed for several days more, and then if we don't get any further transmissions, we have a reasonably large search area on the bottom of the ocean to prosecute. And with the device we've got, that will take a long, long time. It's very slow, painstaking work.
Do you have any comment on Australia's submarine?
Guys, thanks.